Hello and welcome back to Seaside Garage. Happy New Year. It's the 1st of January. The weather is horrible outside, but I think it's time to continue on the rust work on the Saab. There's mopeds all over the place because I just came home from a moped trip together with some mates, and the weather is so horrible that I cannot really take them to my storage facility. So that's the reason why there are mopeds all over the place. Does anyone remember that one? It's been a while since that was on the channel. And there's the Saab. But today, it's about this area. I want to clean up the area around this, so I can fix this piece of the inner wheel arch before fixing the outer wheel arch. So I'm going to start by cleaning up and seeing how far the rust is creeping. I think I'm going to move a bit more material of the outer structure because this is better for once, and the other thing is it will be easier to access this area. So I think I got pretty much what I want cut away. I just need to remove it. Still a couple of spot welds on the inner structure that makes it stick. So I'm just going to cut this away and clean. The back part of this is a very thick piece in here, so that can be cleaned up. But I need to cut this away and grind the rust away. This inner structure is welded onto the piece that I'm going to put in here from the inside, so I'm not going to spot weld it or anything, but I will treat this area with some rust converter. I'm going to use this ferro bed. I get asked about what I use very often, but I don't know the long-term effect of this because it's a bottle that I just got, or a product that I'm just trying out at the moment because it's cheap. So I have to stay tuned to see if the car's gone next year before you use it yourself, probably. But this will at least do something to this, and then I can give it some primer afterwards. But what I want to do next is to make that patch. And as I showed you in the previous video, I cut away a piece of the donor car for that area. What I want to do to begin with is to clean this up. So I'm going to throw this into the blaster. Be back in a minute. So the piece is cleaned up somewhat, and now comes the time to cut it down to the correct shape. I'm going to take my time doing this. I can already see now that the hole is slightly, ever so slightly bigger than the plate, but it will go in, so I think it will be alright. But I'm just going to take my time and slowly cutting this piece down until it's very close to this shape, and then I'm just going to take my time until this fits. I cut the piece down somewhat now, so it's a bit closer. What I want to do next is to make sure that I like how it sits. I'm going to reuse those holes, plug holes, for welding the piece in. I think this will be decent actually. And then I'm going to scratch around the perimeter of the patch. And then I'm carefully gonna cut that out, but I'm going to cut on the inside of the line over here because the entire panel will go in that way once the material is moved. I'm gonna be kind of careful to not trim off too much because that will just make it very difficult to weld. So I'm gonna do that. Let's see how close that got me. I don't think I'm gonna get it any closer than this, so I'm gonna start welding and then shape the rest of it in. But before that, I need to prime the back end right there. Yeah, it needs a bit of grinding, but at least it's going to be very solid. So there we go. I just gave it some epoxy primer because I want to seal the welds, and I cannot do that after putting in the top piece. So I'm just gonna let that cure and so on. But it turned out all right, I think. I did make a small overlap down here. That's why you can see the welds a lot clearer. But that's underneath the panel, so I don't really mind that. Up here, it turned out fine, and I tested the fitment also. I'm not going to do it now because it will scar the paint. But the panel, the old panel, fits well in the curvature and so on, so that's great. I'm just going to let that dry, then I'm going to seam seal and give it another coat, and then I can continue the work. Now with the first epoxy layer dried, I can seal the seams, and especially down here, because water can get in here from down below. I don't want it to get into the welds because then it will just go very quickly. The epoxy will help also though. I'm just going to give it a bit of a layer all over the place, even though I think it's pretty well welded together with not a lot of pinholes. You never know. And it doesn't have to be pretty in here either. It just needs to be tight. This needs 30 minutes to cure, and then I can give it another layer of epoxy and then continue the welding. This, by the way, is Sika brushable sealer. And another epoxy layer. So the paint had time to cure, and as you can see, I also did some work off camera. I forgot to hit record. But the hole right here I have plugged up, welded it up and grinded it down, because it's right where the inner structure is, so I cannot plug weld it from the back. Therefore I'm going to make another hole right here, which I can reach. Then I will apply some weld-through zinc primer on these. And then I can start the process of making this fit. I honestly think I'm just going to use the entire piece instead of welding in the indentation in here. I'm just going to clean this up a bit more. That way it will be easier to mark it. There's another indentation over here, and I don't want to weld in there because it makes it so hard to really sand it down. So I'm gonna cut. So I'm gonna cut the panel down a bit so it reaches, so it joins up in here instead. I'm going to cut this away. So this already seems a little better, but I also don't see any reason why it needs to be so big over here. So I'm just going to go down like this, and then probably also all the way over. Nah, maybe like that. I like that a bit better. With this cut down, I think I can start to make this shape. So now I'm going to cut this out. I'm going to cut on the inside of the red line on this side and on the outside on this line. Then it will be very close to correct, because this entire panel will go down slightly once this material is gone. So I think that will be okay. Slightly big gap at some places, but that could become better if I remove a little bit right there. Just remove the red paint right there. It will go slightly lower and this will fit better. I think this is going to be great. There we go. It's welded in. Now I'm gonna grind all the welds away. I did crank it up quite a bit in power just to make sure that it penetrated right. I even did some testing actually off the car to make sure that it's going to be strong. That also left quite a bit to grind down, of course. But I'm gonna grind it down and probably also do some extra welding to make sure that everything is tight, and then I need to plug weld it from the inside. So after doing some cleaning up and degreasing of the area, doing the spot welds from the inside, I'm now ready to give it some epoxy primer around the edges. I'm not going to go further than this because I still need to clean up this area and weld. That will be another day. I think it turned out all right. This is the result on the inside. I welded that little piece I welded in together with that reinforcement right there, and spot welds back there. That needs to be painted also. But this is going to be all for this video and for the first video of 2025. Thanks for watching. I hope to bring a lot more videos this year and a lot more rust videos on the Saab and all the other stuff. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.